Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Samira, and today I am extremely excited because we're going to do one of my all-time favorite looks with two brand new palettes. These two right here. Look at the packaging. I am so excited. We have a giveaway going on. If you want to win these two palettes and much more, please comment down below what your favorite summer product is. And before I start rambling, let's jump right into the video. So I'm gonna do my brows first and my eyes first because we're working with shimmer, so I'm gonna do that first. And the first thing I'm gonna use is the Brow Tattooed, which looks like this. So I feel like the brows are extremely important to give a full completed look. It really shapes the face and gives a lot of dimension to the whole look. So I like to do a bold brow if I'm working with shimmers. Now I'm gonna move on to my eyes, and the way I like to prime my eyes is with concealer and setting powder, and the one I'm using is this dual cover concealer and retoucher and this Perfectitude translucent powder. I'm using the liquid side. So the reason why I like to prime my eyes this way is because it gives the eyeshadow a lot more of color. It makes it last a lot longer, so that's why I like to do it this way. And now I like to set it with the translucent powder. Now I'm gonna move on to my eyes, and I'm gonna use these two palettes, and the first one is the Extended Paradise Edition, and the second one is the Extended Cherry Blossom Edition. The first shade I'm gonna use is this orange one called Aura, which is this one right here. I'm gonna put the shadow in my crease to start with. I'm going for a very summery look, and I feel like these two palettes are the perfect palettes to achieve that summer look. And also because orange is a color that really makes green eyes pop, which I really love, and so that's why I'm using the color orange. Make sure to really blend out the color so you get a very smooth look. And now I'm gonna apply the orange shade all over my lid. Now I'm gonna use this shade called Twig from the Cherry Blossom palette to give my eye look a little bit of dimension. So from the same palette, I'm gonna use the color Sunshine. I'm gonna use my finger to apply it because it gives that extra kick. I just think it's kind of funny that these palettes are vastly different. The Paradise one is so much like a colorful, there's all these different colors in there, like a lot of different colors and more like summer colors, and the other one is like maybe like rose and like pinkish colors. I like them both because you can use them to create a summer look with both of them. If I would have to choose between the two palettes, I would definitely go for the Paradise one because it has more colors, and when it comes to eyeshadows, I love colors. Now from the Paradise palette, I'm gonna use the shade called Starfish, which is this one right here. And again, applying it with my finger to give it that extra pop. So usually this would be really difficult for me to do because I have long nails, but in this case it's very easy to apply it with a finger because I don't have any nails. Now I'm gonna apply eyeliner, and I'm gonna use the roll liner. So the eyeliner is done. For me, it's kind of difficult to do it with liquid liner. I definitely prefer a gel liner, but I still love the results just as much. I'm gonna do my skin really quickly and be right back. Now I'm gonna move on to my under eye area, and the reason I have translucent powder is because if there's any fallout, I can just wipe it away. And the first shadow I'm gonna use is the same orange shadow I used before, which is this one right here. So have you guys seen The Handmaid's Tale? Honestly, I think it was one of the best, if not the best, TV shows of all time. If you've not seen it, check it out. If you have, tell me your opinion in the comments. I would really love to hear them. In my tear duct and under my eye, I'm gonna use this shade Sunshine, which is this right here. And it's also the shade I used before. I'm using the same shade to apply it under my brow bone. I feel like using the same shade gives it like a harmony. Look at the pigment! So if I turn around, I'll flash you. I'm now moving on to the favorite part of the whole look, which is contouring, and the product I'm gonna contour with is this blurring bronzing powder. Usually you use contour to make your nose look thinner or slimmer. I use it just to give a little bit structure to my nose. Now I'm gonna move on to blush, and I'm gonna use the blush from the Contourious palette in the shade Radiant Blush. I usually go for a coral blush because usually that just gives me a lot of color. It really fits well with this look, but just in general, I love to go with the coral kind of blushes. If you've seen me before, you know this. I do a fake smile every time I apply blush. So to avoid getting too much color, hold the brush at the ends and give it a really light touch. I like to blend the blush into my contour as well. Moving on to highlight, and I'm gonna use the Glorious Highlight and Bronzing Palette. It looks like this, and I'm using the shade Metallic Highlighter. So I'm gonna use the 3-in-1 Prime Fix and Spray, which looks like this. And I'm gonna spray this on the brush to get a more intense highlighter. I mean, this is pigment. Girl! Moving on to lips, I'm going to use a lip liner called Mariana, which looks like this. I like to overline my lips a little bit, so that's what I'm gonna do. Moving on to lipstick, I'm gonna use the metallic number 601, which looks like this. And again, it comes with a magnetic close. Now I'm gonna use the back side of the lip liner to be a little bit more meticulous with the lipstick. I'm gonna try to apply it with the brush. So because I am that extra, I'm gonna use 2 different sprays, and the first spray is 3-in-1 Prime and Fix Spray, which looks like this. And I'm gonna totally wet my face with it. I'm gonna shake it first and have something to dry it with right away. So funny story about these sprays, a lot of people may think that they're not working, but let me tell you a quick little story. I was one of the makeup artists for Miss Denmark 2017, and I had a contestant who had had makeup on all day, and at the end of the night when she was about to walk out, her makeup was all just like cracking and not looking really good, and then I used this spray on her and it completely transformed her look. It really fixes it. So it's not like for like fun, they're calling it the fix spray. Just a tip. The next spray I'm gonna use is the Luminizing Fixing Water, which looks like this. And I'm gonna shake this as well. And the funny thing about this is, look at the effect. It looks like pearls. And now to the final step of this entire look, the mascara. The mascara I'm using today is the Illusionize 24-Hour Volume and Curl, and it looks like this. I love the brush of it, that it has this bow. So this is the final look. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Love's channel, and hit that bell button so you never miss another video because we have new videos coming out every single week. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. If you like to, you can follow us on our social media, which will be linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!